Caesar, it's that time of the show.
World news.
And leading off, salutes to the real fucking king. Hank Aaron passed away at the age of 84. The home run king, Hammerin Hank, they called him. Super amazing life.
Yes.
From Mobile, Alabama, the same town that my family's from. My grandpa actually grew up and knew his family when they were kids. My grandpa's 3 years older than him. He was when he was in the major leagues. He was the last Negro League baseball player to play in the major leagues. Obviously, had the home run record. Is one of the greatest hitters and players of all time. First ballot Hall of Famer. Was one of the first black men to become a general manager and work in the upper parts of management and the executives. Just a trailblazer through and through. Salutes to the king, man.
His swing was wild, and I loved it. I loved to see his home runs because they were just his swing. It wasn't like a Ken Griffey swing. We always talk about Ken Griffey.
Ken Griffey's got that shit. The shit is so smooth.
It is fantastic.
Smooth.
It's like Tiger Woods, hitting the
But I feel like they called him a hammer because his swing.
He just laid it out.
Violent, yeah. Yes. He's fucking throwing those hands on his swing.
And his swing, it's always good to watch. Always good to see the home runs because it was just it wasn't perfect. It was just so raw and gritty still. We always compared Ken Griffey best swing all time, all day. There's no one that even has a close swing to Ken Griffey.
But sometimes sometimes you want, a ballet, and sometimes you want stomp. Bet you didn't expect that fucking. But read about him, his British biography. Man lived an amazing life. Grew up in the 30s and 40s in Alabama. Played semi-pro ball. Played in Negro League baseball. Then finally, and he said there was a story. The New York Giants wanted to sign him. And he was about to sign the contract, and the Braves offered him $50 a month extra, and he's or else Willie Mays and I would have been teammates and played the outfield together for our careers.
Damn.
Oh, but it was they at the last minute gave maybe $50 more, and playing in the South. The journalists that were covering him in I think 74 is when he broke the record. They were receiving so many death threats just for covering and printing about him in the newspaper.
Just for talking about him.
Just for talking about him. That the editor, everyone they called him a nigger lover and were they called Hank Aaron super nigger. That's what they in the newsroom. Damn. And the editor was one of the few people that wasn't super racist and we need to have an obituary print up because I feel like someone is going to do something crazy. He's I thought they were going to try and save white pride by killing him before he broke Babe Ruth's record. Babe Ruth was also black, by the way. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah. But it lived an amazing life. Crazy and sad to see, but a true legend and king.
He lived his life. He's an old man. Surprised he was still around this long with all the stuff that happened,
Speaking of all of the things you just said, Larry King passed away today.
Dude, that guy interviewed so many people, really good questions. He wasn't soft and gave the regular questions.
Straightforward, just asked the questions and they said over 6,000 interviews in his career.
In spandex and a tie.
But they haven't released the cause of death, but it was there was a report 2 weeks ago that he was in the hospital for COVID. So who knows what happened, but salutes again.
Yeah, he's also
he was a giant in media and well respected journalist for the most part. I don't think he had any scandals that I'm aware of or was sexually harassing his fucking PAs or something crazy.
Yeah. And as long as I remember, he's looked the same.
Yeah. I felt like he was old when I was a kid.
First saw him, yeah. And, salute to him too for doing hard hitting stuff. Yeah.
And just interviewing. I mean, some iconic interviews have come
from him.
from him.
Hmm.
Well, and then other news, we had all these. They've arrested like over 200 people from the Capitol riots and the insurrection and storming the Capitol, and like the people that are shocked and like that were taking pictures, and then the fucking FBI is using those pictures against them, or like being on that shitty Parlor website that like didn't pay their bills and didn't have their security, and people like went and like downloaded all their user information and like shared it with the FBI. Like, man, again, real heroes out there on the internet protecting this country cybernetically.
And those people is like, oh, my tax dollar paid for this, you know. And I was like, everyone's tax dollar paid for, but you still can't take it, you know.
And then first of all, your tax, like, stop that shit.
Mm-hmm.
God.
No, it's like, and that's like the same thing as just like with the cops. My tax dollars pays your salary, you know, like,
But not direct. Like it's.
But it's like, why can't you protect us then? Like my money,
Exactly.
my money should be as good as your money, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Exactly. We're all. Yeah. That is the point right there.
Yeah. So.